the last time when one of the last times when Kwame was on, and then I was talking about like not being your typical Ghanaian, and I'm like, I think people don't understand that it's upsetting, you know.
I can truly understand why you would feel that way.
Because sometimes you just want to feel a part of the.
But you are though.
Of course I am.
Is that why you kind of led with Neodate Evans?
No.
Bro, I don't like the way you said no like that. Because I thought I'm actually trying to delve into your pain and be a part of the conversation surrounding your pain.
It's not why. That was literally just
because of BLM and like. was it because...
I'm not here for you today, man. I'm not here for you today, man.
Listen, your name was Kwame Chan.
Motherfucker.
Your name was Kwame Chan, bro. I cannot believe it. Are you Kwame?
No, I'm not even Kwame. I'm a Kweku.
That's what I'm thinking. I swear, I've never known Russ to be Kwame ever.
The funny thing is, so like that same rap lyric, whatever, the boys know it, and then even Akai.
God.
Yeah. even Akai looked at me and was like, "I'm Kwame Chan," because like he is fair play. He is Kwame.
Fair play. Yeah.
What did Akai say to me the other day? Pissed me off, you know.
My God, I want to talk about the whole Ghana thing.
It's kind of related.
Okay.
It's kind of related. So 4 of us were walking to Tesco's, and as we're walking, there's a young boy and a young girl walking towards us, and then so Akai got this woolly hat for Christmas, which is supposed to be all the rage, and so the boys saw it and then realized he knew Akai, and they're like, oh yeah, that's calm, yeah, your hat's sick.
Started talking
them ones there, yeah.
When you hear them talk a different language,
yeah. And so as they've said their goodbyes, they've come along, and I was like, who's that, sort of thing. I said, I don't want you hanging around with these ruffians. I'm doing it as a joke, sort of thing, yeah. And then he was like, Dad, he's a Ghanaian. I said, he's not a Ghanaian. Me, I'm a Ghanaian. If I see a Ghanaian, I know a Ghanaian. He's not a Ghanaian. And then, what did he say, Nan? Like, Mike, when I tell you the comeback was so fucking brutal.
I think it was something like he's more Ghanaian than you. Something like
no,
that.
No, because he placed me in a country. Like Ethiopia or something.
Or Kenya or something.
No, he said, was it Somalian? No, Eritrean.
That's it.
I can see that.
Yeah, as soon as he said it, we were all like, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
you could
me
easily be from the east.
Pissed me off, bruv. Pissed me off. Like,
yeah.
I was like, because it was so good. Like, the thing was so good, but I was so vexed.
Fam.
I was like, so vexed.
Yeah, because I can understand that for you. Because unfortunately, it's like the other side of that though. Let's clarify on the other side of that. Was you one of those people then that used to lean into it early on?
What, Ghanaian?
Because I couldn't know the fact that you didn't look Ghanaian.
I've never.
Or African.
I've never.
Because I used to have the other side of that. I couldn't hide. You know, bro, there were certain people that moved around, bro, and no one ever knew that they were Ghanaian because they just looked Jamaican.
That's never been my story. That is there's nobody out there that can be like, they never knew that I was Ghanaian.
All right, that's fair.
Like,
the one thing I must admit about the Evans is as a cultural reference in my life, the music. The music. Yeah, like both, like even my sister as well to a degree, like the music, like the Ghanaian actual music being a part of your regular rotation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you'd go to you'd enter a car and they'll be playing that. Like I remember sometimes when it became when we used to talk about the latest, I would have to chat to Glenn. Yeah. Glenn would tell me what the latest Ghanaian music was.
But you know, now I'm thinking about it, the interesting thing is like maybe because of our skin tone, maybe that's part of the reason why we were like that.
There is a school of thought that says everything is everything. The reason why you're everything is everything. Like you cannot, if you're, I was saying this the other day, if you're happy with who you are today, then you embrace everything that happened because it's the only way that thing could occur. You need all that pain, you need all that hurt. Without any of those things, you would just not be who you are.
Did you know what? Like, I definitely feel, I'm not there, but I am so close to being in that point in my life where I'm at peace with all of my fuck ups.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, okay. Don't get me wrong, sometimes some will come back to me and I'll be like,
yeah, bro. Sometimes, you know when you just, you're just walking, you think, damn, man.
bro.
You just think about that thing you did. You're like,
What was I thinking?
yo, bruv, really? How? Did you think? No.
Yeah, yeah. Like when those
I got
thoughts hit
some
you,
crazy ones.
I can imagine. When those
Nah, I
thoughts
don't
hit
like. I don't like the way you said that. I don't
you,
like.
I put a spice on that.
Man, I can
I
imagine,
can
but
imagine.
It's true.
I could have.
Bro, if I told you
live
something-
the life. You live the life.
Fucking hell.
Have
The
you
way
not?
you're saying it, though, I know
Bro,
what you're saying. I don't like
know.
that.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm just saying you. I'm
You
saying
know what? The roles
you
are
live the
reversed.
life.
This is from what I would do to you. Oh my God. Yeah, bro. Nah, I have.
Yeah,
I
man.
have.
Embrace that shit.
It's been, bro, I embrace. Was I not the one that said to you, yo, if you're happy with where you're at,
Yeah.
know that
Yeah,
all of them
yeah.
are part of who you're where you're meant to be.
Yeah.
Right? But, bro, some of them, hey, Michael,
Yeah.
nah. That thing like you were saying, the other pod, if you could watch your life with your family, what's it for, 100 million?
Yeah. Yeah. But for that money, I'll endure though.
Fam, if it was, as I said, if it was you lot, I'll bring
Yeah.
the snacks.
Yeah.
I'll say you're in for a
Yeah,
long ride, guys.
watch this part. Watch
You're in
this part.
for
As we wind this shit as well.
Oh my, me,
Angles.
I'll be rewinding it. I'll be like, bruv, zooming in, all sorts, slow mo. Damn.
Yeah. No, I can't. Yeah, I don't really carry no crazy regrets. I don't really carry any crazy regrets. Definitely some shit that I could have done better. Some things that I could have done that I didn't do.
Yeah. I think it's more those, you know, because at least you dared,
Yeah.
right? And then you dared, and yeah, you got it wrong.
I think there's definitely that. Like, there's so much truth in that saying of, at least if you attempt something, then you've got the thing of like, oh, I tried, and it didn't work
Yeah,
out.
they
But
say-
it's worse when man didn't
From
try.
an artist's point of view, like the notion of ask for forgiveness, then permission.
Yes, it's funny. Like that conversation actually came up through work the other day when we were talking about something, and we just came to the thing of like, just do it and ask for forgiveness, innit? And it's like, yeah.
I don't promote it to all my people, but
Sometimes that's how it is.
Hey, listen,
That's
there's a
sometimes
motive.
How it is, man. It's just like that's also like how. That's how things progress.
yeah,
You know,
To a degree.
boundaries get pushed.
yeah. I was talking about the overtone window, that whole thing. Did you ever check it out?
No, but remind me again of the
Overtone window, the notion of something being like normalized and something being extreme, and this window that
Yes.
sits in between.
Yeah.
And when someone does something to push the envelope, they push it forward
Yeah.
to more extreme.
Yeah.
It means normal is much closer,
Closer,
now
yeah,
to
yeah.
a more extreme thing.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that.
And we're seeing that.
consistently.
We're seeing that.
Oh,
like,
bruv, the fact that you'll be watching the news and they'll say BS,
BS.
like the word bullshit.
Really?
They'll say
Really?
that. You've not watched the news and heard,
Oh, we
not
haven't
British
watched the news
news,
in
not
ages.
not BBC.
Okay, yeah. I mean, to be fair, news full stop. I don't. Really,
Yeah, not BBC. Like say the American news, they will say, you know, bullshit or something, or you know, they'll say some word and you're like, raw.
Wow. Yeah. No. Not clock.
Like that woman that got caught giving the finger. Yeah. Bruv, I'm sure she won't get sacked. If
Nah,
that was
but
if
you
that
can't
was
get sacked
30
for that.
if that was 30 years ago,
You will get sacked for that.
the overtone window
yeah,
shift.
yeah. No, yeah. The perfect example, actually. Then, to be fair, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No, she. The thing is, she's like just become a meme and it's
Yeah,
become a joke.
unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, maybe or stroke.
No, I think what did I see the other day, bruv? Do you know what they used her for? There was one rave, New Year's Eve. They used it for the countdown. They had a screen. So it was like 10, 9, 8, and then 3, 2, 1.
Where?
Happy New Year. I don't know. I just saw it as I was scrolling.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it's just like, but that's you now. But imagine that, like,
That's the problem with the
she's
internet.
probably been grafting for years in her craft, yeah. And this is how you get known.
Highlight.
The thing is, people don't even know your name. They just know
Yeah.
you as the woman that stuck
What
the finger
is
up.
her name?
Bruv, I don't know her name.
Yo, in the comments, please.
Bruv, yeah, like
Saying that,
not many people are gonna know her name.
have we started?
My name's Neil Dante Evans,
And I'm Michael Mikey J. Asante.
and this is the Chophouse Pod. This is the show where basically I what's the word?
You always used to talk about your indulging.
That's it. Yeah, this
On
is
the
where.
internet.
But I've literally
You
forgot what my
validate it.
yeah. This is where that's it. This is where I come to validate the time that I spend on the internet, and I bring all of the stupidness and randomness that I find on the internet. I bring it to the Chophouse table, and I say, Mikey, look at this, and then we discuss.
Mikey, look at this.
It's a very very simple format.
Very simple
and
format.
And as we have said on numerous occasions, this is what we do. Like regardless of cameras and mics and whatnot have you, this is what we do.
Yeah, man.
So,
It's nice because it's actually giving me this nice pivot that I know I'm going to express myself in front of the Evans clan.
Evans.
The Evans.
You know, you're the only person that calls us Evans.
And what about Richard as well? He must call you Evans.
The Asantis call us the Evans.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
But yeah. So that's that. If you're not subscribed, do it now, please. Because if you don't do it now, you won't do it, innit? So just do it.
Yeah,
just
man.
do it so
Do
that
it.
we can overcome that hurdle. But let's get into this.
Wow, straight away. Let's
Straight
go.
away.
Boom.
What we got?
Back to sleep means that's on purpose.
It really does because you could have
Just because I go back to sleep.
yes.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and then I go back to sleep. So I did it on purpose.
Yeah, because you wanted to go back to sleep.
I didn't want to go back to sleep. I fell asleep. I was tired.
What's going on here?
I didn't want to. I wanted to get up.
Then get up.
Well, my body laid me down.
Russell, what's going on here?
Y'all need to get over that. It's over.
I'm cool. She said I went to sleep on purpose.
What?
How do I go to...
He always does this. He never tells the truth and he always breaks his promises.
What? Did she run away? Russ!
Bro, there's so much. There's
What
so
did we
much.
just watch?
There's so much that happened there. Like
Yo!
there's so much that happened there.
What
There-
happened?
like I feel like in years to come you could study that clip and do philosophy.
Bro, I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Go on.
If I say this, I don't even know how it's gonna come across. That's sometimes being in a relationship, bro. But you're like,
How did this happen? But
how did we get here?
it's the layers.
I didn't say that,
Bro.
I didn't do. What happened?
It's the layers.
And you know what? Okay, let me be fair. It could be the other way around. I'm not talking about male female. It could be female male.
Bro, I
but
think
obviously
that-
I have an experience on this
Yeah,
life.
that
where
was
that's-
communication. Like,
What
that was-
happened there, bro?
So obviously the brother and sister, they've woken up, and she has a beef with him because at some point, maybe the night before when he fell asleep, or he woke up that morning and fell back asleep. Yeah?
But it sounds like he had planned to do something or was.
I think
yeah.
I think in him falling back asleep, it messed up a plan. Okay, and so she's clearly upset with him.
And she thinks he did it on purpose.
Purpose, and he's like, my body laid me down.
That was so funny.
my body laid me down. But then she was like, no, because if you get up, then you get up. And so for me, that was one thing as well, where it was like, actually, what she's saying there is there's a profoundness to what she's saying.
Yeah, because-
so I understand him
yeah.
being like, oh, I fell back asleep.
But
Innit?
I
Like, I didn't do it on
understand her.
purpose. And she was like, no, but you were awake, so get up. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, actually, she's saying a lot there. But then even the thing of afterwards when she was like, he does this all the time and he
Yeah.
breaks his promises.
Yes.
And so then
it's
you just saw
connected.
the levels.
Yeah.
There was just so much going on.
It was
there.
connected to an experience that I guess they
Yeah.
felt before.
Yeah.
That's what the bigger challenge was. But, bro, like, yeah, the nuance there for me is sometimes when you've walked into a relationship conversation, and obviously everyone walks in with their preconceived notions of what the experience is going to be like, or of that what has happened before, and therefore, in that scenario, yeah, you can be judged before you've even began to talk, because he was just asking questions. He wasn't even defending himself.
No, he was like he literally wanted clarification on how this is. But then also what was really thing was at the end when she walked out, he was genuinely upset.
And I think for me, it's more the fact that he's like she's upset.
Yeah.
She's actually really,
Yeah.
really upset so much
Yeah.
that she's left and ran away. Bro, I don't even know how to respond to this clip.
The thing is, I don't even have a question.
No,
I don't even have a
Do
question.
you have anything to say?
I agree with all of your points. Like, I think it is indicative of standard relationship dynamics. What I think this guy is missing, the child, and hopefully he'll grow into it, is how to stop defending what happened and apologize sincerely for missing the moment.
There we go. There we go. Now, Russ.
That's what she was after.
That's a point. That's a point.
That I get it, but that is going to be really problematic to somebody when, number one, they don't necessarily understand what they've done, or they don't see it as a problem. So he required an explanation. If she was perhaps able to give an explanation that he was able to understand, maybe an apology would have been forthcoming. But at that point, he's probably not even thinking about an apology because he's like, I don't understand why you're mad. Like, for me, this is normal.
I think she was quite clear. I think this is the thing with communication, because for me, maybe this is like the female brain. I understood exactly what she was saying. You said you was going to do something and you didn't. However your body acted, whatever took place, now is time to apologize, not excuses.
But you see,
So where's the empathy?
Wait for a second, because you're both on a trajectory here, yeah. And I don't want to lose that trajectory totally. But what I want to just insert is that she's also not explaining herself correctly. Then Nana.
Why? But she said what took.
But no, from your example,
Yeah.
she's also not explaining because he's not understanding that.
I don't.
What you've said is reading between the lines.
No, she said it. She said, you said you was going to get up. You woke up and you went back to sleep. And then she said, you break your promises. You always do this. So there's a pattern there. So at this point, whatever your body did, however it happened, I'm sorry I missed whatever we were supposed to do.
Yeah, but if she had said to him in this is what I'm saying, on the trajectory that you're on, Russell's on, if you can't see me, Nans, is that he's trying to understand. So if she had explained, you had this thing that you had to do with me, and really, regardless of how it happened, and I know I'm using bigger words than the young people would use, regardless of how it happened, you still didn't do it. That is worth an apology. Do you see what I mean, Russ?
I see what you're saying, but
So wait, hold on. So staying on that plane, Nana, she, and I know we dropped into the conversation like in a random spot, but she, to your point, didn't explain herself to him well.
Okay.
Because he's defending the sleeping thing. That's all he's defending.
Yeah.
It's a question though, Nana. It's a question.
I get what you're saying, but still, because generally, just as humans, we go into defense when anybody says that we're wrong.
Okay.
And that's what I got from this clip, is it's very easy to go into justifying why you missed something. But when somebody calls you up, there should be a moment to really spot the part of accountability when you just have to step into, I'm sorry, because I didn't do what I said I was going to do. You can have all the excuses in the world, but you still didn't do what you said you was going to do.
100%. But I think the problem there is your framing was specifically around the boy growing up to understand and learn. And I think in that still, there was then the girl getting into a point to the crux of what was her ism.
They'll probably
not
get there.
not him sleeping.
Yeah.
It was the fact that whatever happened, you didn't
Yeah,
do
he
what you
missed
was meant
it.
to
He
do.
missed
it.
So I
that's
think
the
that's
energy.
the nuance. That's we've all found.
Yeah.
But I think the trajectory you were both on was two different sides of that coin, where there is both of them learning that factor.
But then
Yeah,
also,
true.
what I think she would also benefit from is just having a little bit more empathy.
I don't know though.
So
Why?
he's trying to explain, like, this is something that I physically did not have
I didn't
control
plan.
over.
Yeah.
I did not plan it, and we've all been there where you're lying there, you're like, I'm gonna get up, and then your body goes boom, and then you're sleeping. Like it's happened to all of us. We know that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, because she's so upset because of this recurring pattern, you're not looking at this instance. So let's just say, for example,
And that's fair. No, but that's fair and fine. No.
it's not.
Okay.
Why?
All right.
You have to take it. Well, you have to separate the two. So there's the thing that's happening now, and there's the thing that's bothering you. So you have to give him grace in the instance of like, I'm pissed, but I get it. This instance was out of your control, and I know again we're talking about little children asking them to have this reason
Have
and
grace.
Yeah, this instance was out of your control. However, this is part of a bigger pattern. Do you remember that time when it wasn't in your control? Blah 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 blah. So,
No, but it may be the same thing.
what do you mean?
He may do this like we're gonna
Then that's
do,
even worse.
we're gonna do this at 7 a.m. We're gonna do this at 7 a.m. She gets all excited, 7 a.m. comes and he still sleeps.
So look, I don't want to continue because with the hypothetical we could go anyway.
Yeah.
From my point of view, she articulated that. What you're saying, Russ.
How?
She said he does this all the time. Yeah, and he pretends that he's sleeping. What? There was something. He pretends that he's sleeping. He does that all the time, and basically
And he breaks his promises.
Yes.
Promises, yeah.
So that was established in that moment. What I think the clarification stroke in regards to communication is that yes, he was focused on what she was saying, which was he fell asleep on purpose.
Yeah.
He wasn't focused on that he didn't do the thing.
Yeah, but that came later.
No, but that's what I'm
That
saying.
doesn't matter.
If he was focused on not doing the thing, instantly in that circumstance, regardless of whether you fell asleep or you was wide awake and you was in shock, so you didn't even come out of your bed. Either way, you would have said, "Oh, sorry, I was in shock. I didn't get out of my bed. Sorry, I fell asleep."
Yeah,
Maybe he did that as well.
I get that, but I just think that wanting an apology from someone before they have had a chance to understand how they've wronged you is a bit of a hiding to nowhere.
Yeah, it's challenging because there is that part. And I was going to ask this question just for the sake of, I didn't know we was going to get this deep on this subject. So I was going to ask this thinking, oh, maybe it should move the conversation forward if it was just, some fodder that we were watching. But what do we think about just apologizing for apologizing's sake? I'm guessing, Russell, you sit on the side of nah.
No.
Okay.
No, I am like, there's nothing wrong with apologizing and still standing your ground, because
Someone is still bothered. And hurt,
yeah. So it's like, I've said something to you, you haven't liked the way I've said it. Yeah. I stand by what I said. I'm sorry that it made you feel that way.
Yeah. But you know what? People take that as a backhanded apology.
It's not. It's not at all. Because if I care about you, why wouldn't I?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
would I want to make you feel
Yeah.
like shit? Why would I want to hurt you?
Yeah.
I don't want to
But
hurt
in
you.
that sense, let's take that circumstance where there hasn't been a pattern behavior.
So she says.
Exactly. You're gonna have that. You're just placating me. You're just trying to move the thing forward. You're just trying to not deal with the issue.
I can only give you an apology. I can't force you to take it.
It is so challenging. Just that nuance stroke dynamic of, because I don't think there's a problem in saying I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sorry for you feeling the way you're feeling. I'm not sorry for the thing that happened. Maybe I did it on purpose, or maybe it was a part of something that happened that was, happened without our control. But yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way.
No,
Do you feel that way, Naz? Do you feel like sorry for the sake is...
I think there has to be a real level of accountability, or don't say sorry.
So should he have? So from Russell's point of view, should he have stood his ground?
No, he will. I feel like that's the special thing of sibling relationships, though. Like when they are playing and they can talk, you're gonna learn so much. And I do think he will learn where his sister's coming from and what he did wrong eventually. They may have to play this merry-go-round quite a few times, but he'll learn something and she will learn something. Clearer communication. Like they will learn a lot. But yes, he should say sorry, but he should mean it. Not just because her feelings were hurt, but because his word wasn't bond. And that's what he should be sorry about. And whenever you apologize, it isn't always for the other person. It's for yourself as well. You're relieving yourself. I'm sorry I didn't stick to what I said I was going to do. That could relieve the person, but it also relieves a part of yourself that you didn't stick to your word. And that's really important.
No, I agree with that. I think, I'm not saying like, I don't want my sorry to be taken as this, like it's a backhanded sorry. Sorry you feel that way. Like it's not that. It's not that. It's a genuine, I am sorry that you are upset. Yeah. I am sorry that you feel like this. Yeah. However, and that's going on the basis of we have a fundamental disagreement about what has happened. Yes. So you think it's this, and I'm like, it wasn't that, it was this. Mm. Yeah. I'm sorry that you took it like that, because that was not my intention. And so in that circumstance, it's a bit of a stalemate, because it's like, I don't know how I can give you an apology for that part of what happened, and it wouldn't be real.
I mean, I know I didn't want to bring in hypotheticals, but she could be lying on him, and that's why he felt that way.
We need a part 2 from these kids.
You know what?
We need to understand.
Are we gonna have to find the original page?
I just do not know how we managed to get that much out of that. Because I was confused.
That was mad. But like, can we spare a thought for the mum? Imagine having.
She couldn't even. She wasn't even able to.
You don't get involved.
Adjudicate.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely has learned that lesson of sometimes when your children are fighting,
don't get involved.
No. You gotta know when just to leave it and let that thing play out. Gosh.
Man. Because you give power to the other one, innit?
Yeah. And then sometimes they turn on you.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
So it's just stay out of it.
When they were, I remember this. Like, I think they were around like 4 or 5, around that age. I can't remember which one. I think I told off Akai because he had done something to Akaija, and then Akaija, like, basically, because I made Akai cry in the process, Akaija's looking at me like I'm the Wicked Witch of the East.
You were.
Fuck these kids.
My sister's baby father. Yeah. She thought she could hide him from me, you know. I had to link him. Ask him, what's going on? What, you think you can be with my little sister? What's your intentions?
Well, he's gonna say bullshit, of course.
No, but
he's never gonna give you his real intentions.
The man had his work clothes on when I caught him. Yeah, God saved him. Yeah, he was in the right place at the right time. Yeah, he's got a job, he's got things going on. He loves my little. I'm saying, yeah, it sounded right. You see what I'm saying? I could fuck with this little homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you see, if he was saying something else, it might have been nuts. My little sister might have hated me for the rest of my life. I'll fuck with little homie. Little homie doing these things. But I had to find him, man, serious. But I'm a different big brother. You don't really want me as that guy. I'm being honest with you. And I'll just pull up at your yard on a normal thing. Like, where's my dinner? What do you mean? I just make a boyfriend know quickly. We're not in the same league, but we're in the same league. I could just thump on your face today, quickly.
What?
Don't even upset my sister. All them little cheating antics you think you're gonna be dealing with, and all them little late nights coming home arguing with my sister. Just remember the thump off that you might just get. So, yeah, I love my sister the same way, even though I know they're all crazy. I love them the same way.
Yo, he said, even though I know they're all crazy.
They're all crazy. They are all crazy.
Bro, why the hell did you... These are 2 interestingly random clips.
Yeah.
Why did you put that one up?
Bro, like, again with the last one, I can't give you a reason. Like, all I can say is I watched that clip, I watched it again, and then I watched it again. And then I thought, how fucking unlucky have you got to be to link a girl and that's her brother?
In what sense?
Bro, why do you want someone? You know, I've never really got this energy, and we can speak as older brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never really got this energy of wanting to thump up your sister's partner for no reason other than to prove that don't mess with my sister. Like, let me rephrase that. I don't get the thing of flexing on a guy just to be like,
I'm not sure.
nah. I'm just like,
But what kind of flexing we talking?
so my man's peacocking like, I will fuck you up.
Yeah.
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 Now, to me, yeah, I think that's a given.
Okay. I was getting confused.
No.
Because I was thinking, bruv, most brothers
Yeah.
want another man to know.
That's
yo,
a given.
like,
that's a given.
like,
yeah.
play.
But what I'm
be
saying
good.
is, I don't need to tell you that. It's gonna be something that
Didn't
you either
you
find
just hear
out.
what you said was quite gangster? You just said,
How?
I don't need to tell. Like, I don't need to tell you.
But I
that.
don't.
But bruv, that's gangster in itself.
No, it's not. It's either you find out or you don't.
Bro, you're talking gangster, bro. What are you talking about? You're telling me you don't hear that? Another brother's gonna listen to that and think that that's fucking gangster.
No, because I'm not gonna say that to him. I'm just telling you. Yeah.
Oh, you're just telling me.
This is me. This is how I operate. Yeah.
Right. But you're thinking it, but you're not gonna say.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm not on.
Okay, all right.
I'm not here to intimidate you because you're.
But
with
do you
my
realize
sister.
what you said was?
I realize
intimidating?
low key now. Anybody that's watching this,
That's intimidating, bro. A brother's gonna be like, oh, okay, cool.
but I'm never gonna go with the sole purpose of like, let me intimidate my youth so that he knows you can't. It's like,
But you know what? A brother might be stupid. Yeah, a brother might be stupid thinking that wouldn't be the case dating any girl with a big brother. I remember one time,
if that's the case, then you deserve everything you got coming to
listen,
you.
one of my brethrens, yeah, I didn't know. She had an altercation with her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I knew the guy, but I didn't know about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 2-2s now, I'm walking like in the ends, just moving about. And then I see him. So yo, my guy was standing far away, bro. So I'm like, what's going on? What? And he was just like, and I could see that he was giving me the side, energy. And I'm like, yo, bro, well, I go on like just, trying to chat to him. Then we parted ways. Then I realized, so it turned out that, yeah, he had troubled X.
Mm-hmm.
And then
He's thinking
I'm coming to straight retribution.
Yeah.
And that's happened before in other scenarios as well. You be stupid not to think that there is not going to be something that's going to happen to you. Especially certain people won't tell, bruv, those women didn't tell me. And I'm not saying I'm mad gangster like that. I'm not saying that. But they didn't tell me because they knew, the guy would have to have a sit down.
Yeah.
There'd have to be many conversations.
But then the other thing to that then is everything that he's saying, he has to be ready to receive that energy from somebody else.
True.
Yeah.
Especially if he's violating another
That's what I'm
person's
saying.
sister.
That's what I'm saying. And it's
But
like,
then that's how he would move. You'd move with that attitude. You'd know, bruv, if that was me, then
But no, see, this is the thing. This is what I sincerely doubt. Yeah, I believe, and I apologize for judging this young man on the internet who I do not know. Yeah, but I believe that he's running with the energy of like, man can't talk to me like that. Yeah, I can talk to you about what something. No. Do you think another brother could run up on him the way that he said he was gonna run up on this guy and it would be okay? Do you think he's gonna be like, nah, you know what, it's fairs because if it was me, nah.
and hasn't he blown up the guy anyway? Because isn't he the baby father?
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
It
who
makes
they're
it even
talking
worse,
about.
you know, because you're not. I'm not even. This is not even
It's
a
not just
random boyfriend.
Yeah, this is like the baby
Like
father.
this is your
everyone knows that
niece or nephew's dad.
that
Your niece or nephew has
that
to listen to
Simon's
that.
got spoken to like that.
Yeah, nah.
Maybe because he was on
Can't
a
be me.
podcast as well, he had a little bit of sauce. But no, I believed him.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely
I believed
that.
him.
There's definitely that because the people around the people around him, the laughing was egging him on. But I don't feel like what he was saying is a million miles from who he is.
At all.
Like,
Nah, bro. I mean, look, you can't move in those facets and not think that, bruv, come on. If you're gonna act wild, do something wild with your girlfriend or your partner, and there's not gonna be some form of conversation. Or because, bruv, certain people didn't tell me. And I'm not saying that's I'm talking about my character.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, I'm just saying, like, if I heard certain things, bro, we're gonna have many conversations.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm not denying all of that. Like, if you do something, if something happens, and my sister comes to me, we're gonna have a sit down. That's natural. Like as as the sun comes up in the sky. Like that's normal. Yeah. But I'm never, because what I'm saying is, especially if you are the father of my niece or nephew, why am I out here on an intimidation thing?
So now that's where it's a bit dramatic
Yeah.
for me, because if you bullied someone's your nephew's pops,
No, bruv, you can't. What kind, bruv? It's a violation, man. The fact that you're even sitting up on the podcast talking about it, it's a violation.
your youth would look at you like,
Nah,
Dad, you're an idiot.
nah. So
Wait,
so uncle, nah.
Nah, bro. Hey.
Not on.
But listen, so this is some people's reality. Some people's some people's mums, brothers has buddied up their dad.
Listen, all I know is I'm glad,
Dad
innit?
got badded up. Bro, how could you wake up in the morning?
How can you do Christmas?
How could you wake up in the morning and look at your youth again?
Nah.
Your child is saying like, Uncle so and so could beat you up. That's what they'll say.
It's long.
Listen, if you don't let me such as buy my PS5, I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get Uncle. That's Russell. Nah,
Bro.
violation.
No. What I'm saying is, if that was me, like, and it came to it, and uncle is coming, bruv, I'm winning, or I'm dying. There's only two outcomes.
That's so extreme.
No, bruv, because if I get battered and lose,
Bro,
yeah,
bruv, I'm just
can't
thinking about
look
the fact that
anybody
it's
in the-
happened
no.
before. Someone has had that scenario happen before,
yeah.
where Uncle just said, "Nah, not on my watch."
My uncle battered my dad.
Fam, I bet we find a Reddit.
Oh yeah, straight up, straight up. That Reddit
Nah,
exists.
bro. You
and
wanna
it's
hope?
lengthy.
You wanna hope that would never be you.
Nah, bruv.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't. The thing is, God forbid, if that was ever me, then I'm completely removing myself from the situation.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, let's just say in the early days, me and Anna get together,
Yeah.
and then Yao comes and beats me up. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out.
What's out?
We can't be together. Are you all right?
Bruv, it can
Then,
still,
then at Christmas, I'm gonna sit around the table,
Russ, it can still happen.
bruv. I'm gone.
Talking about that, bruv, you know, I think about that. Yeah, this is such a sidebar. On the Color Purple, bruv. When Harpo got dealt with, bruv, and they were all sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And he was there, like, and then the brother came, Mr. was murking him.
Yeah, no, I can't know.
Yeah?
No,
But true.
Because
I can't.
listen, my peace is more important than all of that. I'm gonna no way. I'm supposed to sit down at Christmas and say, pass me the gravy. And then when you pass the gravy, I flinch.
Listen,
Nah.
that is hilarious, bro.
Nah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
These are two random clips, bro, today.
Yeah, I think the next one is random as well.
And
But I forgot. I actually wanted to start off with a dilemma.
Okay, let's
So
go
let's
with the
go into
dilemma.
the
Yeah, let's go with the dilemma.
Because
man.
the dilemma kind of.
Oh,
we-
did
we-
it set the mood?
Yeah, the dilemma is kind of still on this violence tip. Right? So this one again comes from. Remember before I was telling you about the dad group where all the dads come to complain.
Yeah.
All right, so so from an anonymous member.
Okay.
Had a situation go down today, and I want some fellow dad pinions on it.
Dad pinions. He's starting in an epic fashion.
Do you know what I mean? So my daughter talked me into buying a desk for her room a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And after never using it, it made its way into my home office a while back. It became a catch-all surface for all the junk, and so today I got tired of looking at it and moved it back into her room. For context, I work from home and also use the office as a home studio, so I needed the space. Before I moved it to her room, I cleaned up where it used to sit in the room and even vacuumed the floor and wiped down the blinds. She has 2 rabbits in her room and there was bunny hair on quite literally everything in there. I then cleaned up my office and surveyed my man cave as if it was a freshly mown lawn with all the special lines. You know what I'm talking about. I should have taken a picture because it will never look that nice again until she moves out. Long story short, I sent her and my wife a picture of her freshly cleaned room with the desk back in it and told them what I did. They both immediately started demanding that I put it back. Once everyone was home, World War III erupted.
Oh my God.
I explained my reasonings, and every word was met with a response of, "You can't just do things to my room," from the daughter, and a resounding, "Why would you change things? They were fine the way they were. You can't just do things without asking," from my wife. Things progressed to shouting, and eventually my daughter, for the first time ever, put hands on me and shoved me hard enough that I fell back into the wall. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Is
Why are you
that
laughing?
written there? Why we laughing?
No.
You know why we're laughing.
I just
And there's
stared,
nervous laughing.
I just stared at her, dumbfounded. We all just walked away after that.
Oh my God.
Never once have any of us become physical during an argument, so this is all new territory for me. I have no idea if I should if I should ground her or send her to counselling or what.
Whoa.
The entire thing
Grounding
spiraled
counselling.
so completely out of control. It was and still is unbelievable. Help.
Boy.
But grounding and counselling, that's too big. Like, counselling, I think, requires a few more context as to why she might need support in that way. Grounding her for putting hands on you feels very, very appropriate because no one should put hands on each other.
Yeah, I mean, and this is one of those unfortunate things. Is
But there is more to get into.
yeah. There's so much
Yeah.
It's the you know, when I first read that, the first thing I thought is, obviously I've already got boys, and I was like, if you push me and I fall back and we're not ramping, so in an argument, you better be prepared.
Prepared for what?
The comeback, because you're not getting
Sound like
away
James
with
Brown.
that. You're not.
Revenge!
Yeah, no, you're not. And I know this is like, obviously some people will be like, but like from a dad and a son perspective, there's no way on God's earth that you're gonna put hands on me and not feel the repercussions of that immediately. Like that's just that. And it's interesting because it's like reading this and it was a girl, and I'm like, because immediately when he said he was just kind of stood there, I was like, no, you needed to do something. But yeah, my immediate reaction with my sons would be like, well, we're going toe to toe. But yeah, that wouldn't be my reaction with my girl. But I just can't imagine, bro.
Okay. Taking it away from that, because I don't disagree with you. At the same time, I don't know how I would react in that circumstance. But more than anything else, my bro, was he in the wrong? Because if
No.
the truth, he wasn't.
No.
Why wasn't he in the wrong, bro?
Because it's his house. I'm a believer in that. I'm a believer in that.
I have to kind of disagree with you there.
And he didn't go into her room and fuck shit up and move shit around and whatnot. Have you. She asked for something. He provided it. Yeah.
He then took it.
She then never used it.
So he took it.
No, he didn't take it. It got moved into
Yeah.
And so now he's like, actually, I've inherited this thing that I never even wanted. It will go back to where it was supposed to be. And in the process, he's done you a favor and cleaned your dirty room. Yeah. And then you got the cheek to put your hands on him. Meanwhile, your room is covered in bunny hair. You're not all right.
I kind of disagree with you.
Cool.
And the reason why I disagree is not that he has the right to do all of that and he shouldn't be allowed to do all of that. Is that he shares a property with other people. So there should have been some communication in relation to the fact that he was going to do it. Even if he was going to do it, regardless.
There was communication.
No, he didn't mention beforehand.
He said afterwards. He was like, ta-da!
But that's my point. You know you're living in the house with other people. So you should turn around and say to them, this is what I'm going... Even Russ, like, just to kind of come on your side slightly, oh my days, that's an easy, no way. Just to connect with the point you were making.
Thank you. Yeah.
To connect with the point you was making, he could have said, I am doing it.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But there was still a certain level of communication before, because then he could have assessed the situation and then he would have figured out it's not worth it. All of this energy, I'm going to just take it out of the house. I'm going to sell it. and he could have still got the same function for himself, and her room would have stayed bunny full with the mess and all of that, right? So that's the issue. It's when you do, bring a family into the world, you have to understand that carte blanche attitude has to dissipate. Because do you want peace? Or you want problems always?
You know what the problem is, though? is that sometimes everybody else's peace comes because of your silence.
But bro, he could have got. Bruv, I fully understand you, but he could have got that peace by saying, "I'm doing this." They say no, then he says, "Cool, I'm getting rid of it then." And he could have hoovered his room,
wasting money for no reason,
bruv.
The thing's barely it's just a year old.
You could have shot it. You could have done all different things. It's just that you know that it's gonna come with some energy if you just decide to do whatever you want.
I put a whiteboard on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
At the end of last year, it's still here. Yeah.
Because no one needs it. Go on Gumtree or eBay.
Bro, I put it there as well. Nobody wants it. Yeah. So you can say you can just shot it, but it doesn't work like that.
I didn't say you could shot it. Either way,
he wanted immediacy.
It's about the communication. We're back there again. It's communication. He just needed to communicate. This is what happens.
But Nance, he could have even said, "I'm doing it,"
yeah.
And that would have still been a communication, because then they could object.
So it's not about communication. It's about when you communicate.
No.
Yes. Okay. If that's how you want to frame it, it's still communication. And when you do something after the fact, there is a level of shame that you heap, and shame comes with a whole different type of consequence.
Right.
Where is the shame?
Know what?
In
no,
this?
Nana,
where is the
Nana
shame?
has hit. Yo, you've hit a good point. She's right.
No,
she's right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm failing to understand where the shame.
And after you explain, Nana, I'm gonna also explain.
The shame came in. Okay, so she hasn't been using the desk. Mm-hmm. That's been noted. You've gone into her room. You've cleaned it out. The bunny has hairs everywhere. There is a load of shame in this taking place without there being any communication that then gets amplified, because the thing with shame is what you think is like, I'm not shaming you. It's on the person internally and how they take it. And that's where shit goes left.
Yes.
A lot of the time.
Can I explain on top?
Go on then.
So, bruv, when you look at that whole situation, you don't know what she had in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah, there could have been something she didn't want him to find or see. Do you know what I mean? She's hiding something. But then on the flip side, when she looks at her room and then dad's cleaned it and I made it all nice, it's like it's a comment. Mm-hmm. People see that sometimes as a comment on them. Unfortunately, that's just the way certain people operate. They won't see it as, no, this is my house. I'm just doing the thing in the house. I'm supporting your situation. No, you're saying this about me. You're saying that about me. And unfortunately, that's the kind of world we live in, where there's this, I've said it the other day actually, talking on another subject, there's a void and people fill that void. You do something with not a full explanation of what you're doing, they fill the void. So that's the reason why you're saying that. Because you're saying that because of my situation that I did last week.
That's a lot that's out of his control.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. That's how it goes. That's what Nana's talking about. And what she's connecting it directly with is she might have attributed that to some form of shame for herself. I cleaned the bunny hair mess. Maybe Dad's been talking about the bunny hair mess and you should clean it time ago.
Then you
the
should have
table
cleaned
you
it.
didn't use. Yeah, the table you didn't use. So she's feeling shame about it. Or maybe.
I just think whenever something goes totally left,
Something
it's just being cognizant of, I probably triggered somebody's shame.
Or some other part of an insecurity.
Exactly. So if you're just able to see that, it's not like, oh, I was wrong for doing it. It's just, if you can spot, this is probably what has taken place, you can move from a different direction than they should be punished. So there's more communication.
No, but the grounding should
what's
happen.
The mother's
She
change?
definitely should be.
Because the mother switched. What was the mother's
She
change?
she may also have a thing of, I should have taken this into hand. There may even be, I should be cleaning this. There's shame spreads in lots of you don't know where people's shame is. That's that's why prior communication, especially when you're going into somebody's private space, should just be said.
So this is slightly changing tactic.
And it was a girl as well.
I appreciate that. The private space thing, yeah. Yes. So I'm you know, she's a slightly older girl, I'm assuming, right? And she's entitled to her private space.
That's right.
100%. However, I think it's also fair for parents to remind their children that your private space still exists within this house.
Fair.
That I have access to. In the same way that I will check a phone. It's your phone, but I will check a phone whenever I feel the need to check a phone.
What do you mean?
I will check.
What's inside the boys' phones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as a
Parent.
that's on job,
Yeah.
that's something that
Safeguarding
I need to be,
as well.
That's what I need to be doing. And so in the same way that, yes, that's your room, that's your privacy. If there are things where there are flags and a parent feels they need to go in there, then you lose all privacy.
Is that age bracketed?
I think that is all age appropriate. There are huge assumptions that this man had though, because if you're not in the room with her, how do you know how much she's using it?
No, you would know.
She said it was.
Convo.
They said it was a thingy. It was hoarding. No.
No, but that's when it got back into his
Oh
office.
yeah. So I guess the check. Well, to kind of clarify that point, Nana, is that it came back. So that means.
And there was no protest.
Yeah. So that that means it was gone and good riddance.
Yeah.
Is what I was gonna say, Nans. But I wanted to talk about the mum. The point you made about the mum for a second. The mum. It could be connected more with just that's how dad operates in the house. Like in my house, my dad would just clean shit. But the problem with my dad cleaning stuff was now things go missing because he's cleaning up. Where's the thing? Maybe he has determined it's rubbish. Do you know what I mean?
That's not
And
his
so-
fault.
Bro, all we're talking about, I don't know what your energy I don't know how to do with your energy right now, bro.
It doesn't have to be about fault. It's not about
because
fault.
to me it's not
just
fault.
an action.
Dad is cleaning the house because
Yeah.
the house is not tidy.
Yeah.
And he likes tidy things.
Yeah.
So he's cleaning it.
Yeah.
Right? So as he's cleaning it, he put something somewhere. Whether or not he's put it in the bin or he's put it in another place, he hasn't made the person whose thing that is aware. So you know what I do? When I clean my house and whatever, bruv, I put people's things where they sleep. Yeah?
Yeah.
I put it close to where they sleep. Or I put it close to where they use what they need or whatever. Because I'm trying to make you aware that this is yours.
Yeah.
And even though I've moved it from this place, I want to respect that this is your property. And at some point, you will do something with that. Because my dad used to just lose everyone's stuff. You're like, oh,
No.
where's my such and such?
He didn't
Dad,
lose your stuff. You lost your stuff.
I had it there. And
Wasn't
Dad moved
supposed
it-
to be there.
Exactly. It wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be there.
Yeah, so then that's on you.
But now Dad has picked it up. And
because
he has,
you were irresponsible.
And we've got Russ. We've got that. Russ, we've got that. I was okay. Let me change the terminology for you. I was irresponsible. I left said thing in this place.
Yes.
Dad has cleaned it. Really, my attitude from that point is don't put it there because Dad will clean it.
Amen.
That became yes.
That's
so
it.
But that is a two-way thing because the other thing that could be said is, Dad, could you put it somewhere? If you don't know whose it is, could you say this is where I've put all the things there, sort it out, go
Like
collect
a
it for yourself.
miscellaneous
I think
area.
it's fair for him to be like, but why am I cleaning this up?
100%.
No, but he's chosen to. This is the whole thing. It's all on actions. My brother does the same thing. My brother Kwame would go to my mum's, and obviously it's needed. The house always needs a declutter, but he will throw everything away. That's an action though. So the clutter is an action. You could say that's out of order. But when you throw everything away, that is also an action
Yes.
that can be out of order.
I think-
So it's like, it's two wrongs.
I
Because
think-
really, you should just be, this is your pile of stuff. I'm giving you 24 hours
Damn.
to come and take it,
Or it
or
gets
it's
stashed.
going into the bin.
Yeah, I
That's
understand that.
communication.
I was
I
going to say
understand that.
that's a bit different because it's like
You've
he
walked
doesn't
into
live
someone's house.
That's someone else's house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But
that's-
none
that's
of us
kinda
are
mad.
living there. So he's,
Yeah, but that's why it's still mad.
It's a violation.
yeah.
Yeah, that one is yeah,
Like
that-
maybe someone is happy with their stuff looking
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And-
because I
and
can't
that's
imagine
different.
going to my mum's and being like, this shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, and then just dashing it. I don't have that right
That's
or power.
wild. By the way, that's wild.
That's wild.
So yeah, for me, like, but then what we're talking about is communication in all facets. But in that circumstance, I think he should have just spoken to them prior. He would have, bruv, he would have not had to then clean a whole room.
Yeah.
He probably wanted to do that though.
Yeah.
That was probably bugging him.
And I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. The void, bruv. They were probably all thinking he was thinking so many other things whilst doing all of that stuff, rather than trying to support the idea of his table just being out of his studio space. Man, and he said man cave as well. That means, well, did he say man cave was her room or man cave?
No, his.
Yeah.
So basically, he was saying his office is like his office / studio / man cave.
Yeah.
That's his space.
So obviously they think he's being selfish as well,
why would that
because
be
he's
selfish?
doing something that supports his scenario rather than thinking about that.
Because he's been put on because of the child.
Sorry, say that again.
The child asked for a desk.
Yes.
The child did not use the desk.
Yes. They're also a child.
Yeah.
Let's clarify that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a child's.
Oh, so now they're a child.
Oh
but
my God, they were always a child, Russ.
But before we're talking about their privacy and what not have you. But now they're a child.
I said we spoke about age. That was the one thing that I was going to bring fully in. We don't know how old these people
the
are. as well.
adolescent. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Asked for a desk. They received the desk.
Yes.
They didn't use the desk.
Yes.
So for me, that's probably strike number one for the dad.
But then everyone moved the desk. So now desk lived in new place. Everyone was fine.
No. Pause. Strike number one for the dad. Yeah. In the sense that this child is really ungrateful.
Oh my
because
God.
you asked.
Bruv, you said that. How did you jump to there?
Bro.
Hey.
If you ask for something.
Yeah.
So just before this pod started,
Hey.
we're talking about MacBooks.
Yes.
Yeah. I buy the MacBook.
Yeah.
The child does not use the MacBook.
Yeah.
Is that not a level of ungratefulness?
No.
Yeah,
Not for me. You know why?
Explain.
Because they're a child. The thing with hey, okay, I'll wait for your face to continue. Finish. For a child,
Yeah.
we know also what it is to be a child, and
Yeah.
that the notion of the thing that you want, you think is the thing you want, you play with said thing, and then it becomes So there
That doesn't make it not being
I
ungrateful.
didn't say that.
You did. You just said it's not ungrateful.
No, I think it's being a child.
And I'm saying that what you just described is still being ungrateful, regardless of you've literally just described the definition.
No, but bruv, they probably, when you got it first, they're like, yeah, woo, thank you, daddy. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, and then they were grateful. But then they became complacent, or they became.
She never used it.
They don't even have the concept of what gratitude is. Their brain hasn't even
God.
developed from
Nana
it.
took it to a whole nother level.
Because it's like you can't attribute, oh my God, they're ungrateful.
But I'm saying.
Happiness is fleeting with a kid anyway. They were happy when they got it.
So
and
that's.
then they're-
Thank you. So they were grateful in that moment, Russ.
But they don't know what lasting gratitude
Look
is.
at
Their brain isn't
gone,
developed.
man's gone back to the records, fam. He's gone back to the archives now. He's gonna read. He's gonna read something.
My daughter talked me into buying a desk. So even the talked me into, man was not on it.
You feel like it sounds
he
like
he
you
wasn't on
personally
it.
feel shunted by this thing.
Not at all. But what
Are
I'm
you sure you didn't type this? Have you got some other family that we don't know about? They're actually the Evanses.
Sherelle. So let's break that down. My
Okay.
daughter talked me into buying a desk for her. So that suggests to me, number one, that he didn't really want to do
This
it.
is also his point of view.
Of course. Yeah, obviously. Right? So she's talked him into it. Yeah. So he didn't really want to do it. But also, she must have really wanted it.
Yes.
Yeah, because she's talked him into it. Yeah. Buying a desk for her room a couple of years ago. Right. And after never using it, it made its way into my home office a while back. So we don't know exactly how it got into his home office.
But he was comfortable with it. He didn't make a noise about it.
We don't know that.
He's currently making a noise about it.
Right? It became a catch-all surface for all the junk, and so today I got tired of looking at it and moved it back into her room. For context, I work from home and also use the office as a home studio, so I needed the space. Before I moved it to her room, I cleaned up where it used to sit in the room and even vacuumed the floor. I don't know.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on it.
I think so, but I find this concept of children not understanding gratitude or
I don't believe that fully. I believe that they were grateful when you got it, when they had it, But the way a child works, or the way we just work as human beings in terms of things that is quite fleeting, you know what I mean? Bruv, there's all these things. We go get a gym membership and then we don't go gym.
Yeah.
We go say, oh, we're going to work out with this particular product that I saw on QVC or whatever the thing, and never use it.
Yeah, but it's not okay. It's not okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying there is an understanding of even a child not focusing on understanding on the great, being grateful
but it's
in
not
the moment.
Okay. And as a parent, it's your job to highlight this.
But in that circumstance, I think we're not talking about the same thing. We're talking about this guy's actions was that he made a lot of choices in a home that is not only his.
Yeah.
All right. But okay.
And then there must have been, whether it's shame or a level of being undermined or some kind of thought of, oh, you've changed my, you've my privacy's been give me a good word.
But his privacy's been
violated. It could be any of those things.
But the thing about him making changes in the home, right? And then going back to what I was saying about other people's peace coming at somebody's side.
Yeah.
So there's no fault to the fact of he buys the desk, it doesn't get used, it ends up back in his space, and he just sucks it up, allows it to become this catch-all surface. He just sucks it up. And then when it gets to the point where he's like, actually, this is not actually what I want for myself. I never wanted this. Now that's a problem.
You know what, bro? It's funny because the way you're talking, it sounds like you're talking with some other energy, which is valid. Hold on. No, I don't miss the whole point I'm making, because I know what you're talking about. I know what you're discussing, just in terms of some of my own personal scenarios. And in those scenarios, that's where the learning happens. Where, as I said to you, when dealing with said situation, I would always do X. Because in that scenario, even if I was saying I'm doing it, like this is kind of exposing myself slightly, but the way I do something in that regard is we would discuss said thing, and we've agreed. But now I'm waiting for the interaction of actually trying to do the thing. Then I do it. Do you catch what I'm saying?
Yes. So if there's a delay in we're gonna do it. We're doing it this Saturday. This Saturday comes, something else has come along. On Monday, you're just going to do it.
I'm just doing it. Now, what ends up happening? That still creates some of what you're talking about. Because in that regard, bro, in your head, you've got to just say, look, this thing we've discussed it. It's got to be done. And so I would suck up the notion of having that conversation, but then it's done, innit?
Yeah.
It's done.
But then, no, that's cool. And I just think that a lot of the time, and maybe that's what's happened here, is that those situations keep occurring in the space of a
and I think on both sides.
This is the thing, is like, obviously it's come from a dad group, I'm talking as a dad, but everybody has their
but
battles.
We all understand, don't get it twisted.
Everybody has their battles that they're dealing with,
but we all understand it.
So it's like, oh, I've lost my...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
We all understand it, bro.
Do we?
We do.
Yes, it's standard for everybody. I think it definitely is about discernment, though. It is really understanding, and loads of people don't actually even understand
your battles.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's choosing, because that, as I said in that scenario, bro. Yeah, I spent my money on that thing.
Yeah.
You didn't use it. It's already not, bruv. I would break the thing and dash it outside. And then no one, if I just messaged them and everyone said, no, don't touch my, I'll say, okay, cool. Break the thing or dismantle it or give it away, whatever. And then, I would have just dealt with my room. Smooth.
But
people stay with the bunny hairs. Mum is out with, maybe they're in the salon. They had a long day, whatever it was. Because going to the salon is stress.
You did too much in one day. And sometimes that's what it is. You just got to learn from it. Like
leave people's things alone.
I touched too many points in one day. That's what he needs to learn from. I hope somebody in there was just like, dude, I'm not saying you're wrong. You just did too many things at once.
That's what they clearly both said.
What did they both say?
They were like, he was out of order.
No, I'm talking about in the group.
He's talking about the group.
The actual advice to him.
Okay.
Just to point out, like, you
what
just
I
did
said
too much things
you're gonna
at
find
once.
it. You're gonna find. What I said is what I would have said. I would have said, bro, yeah, man, you should have just spoken to them first, because then you could have saved yourself a whole load of time, cleaned up your room and just been chilling there.
Yeah.
And everyone would have come home to their same mess.
Best response: eat the rabbits to assert your dominance. I mean, that's legit.
Right. Yeah, man, rabbit stew that night. You just come home and just see. Boom. Listen, man, I think, and that's bad mind slightly.
Cut the desk in half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this. I'm sorry. First of all, how old is your daughter? Second of all, what do you mean that you just walked away after that? You need to sit them both down and let them have it. If you let this go, it will get worse. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that.
The grounding, I would have grounded. You do not put your hands on me.
You're not gonna just walk away from that.
No.
Something is happening.
No. Listen, okay, I apologize. We're back there. I apologize that you feel violated in certain ways, but you do not put your hands on me. And so for the next week, I see you go to school or wherever it is and come home, and that's it. That's it.
Straight.
Because there has to be ramifications. If the ramifications is I got a tongue lashing, cool, I took my tongue lashing, but you will sit down.
And there are a number of people who are also in the agreement of, I get it's your house, but people have their private spaces.
I think that's the best hill to die on, because for still a little bit more time in that circumstance, you're gonna have to live with those people.
Yeah. But also, this is an interesting one.
Ooh.
Sounds like your daughter is following her mother's example on how to speak to men.
Bro, you come and so what? Imagine now if the brother said, "Who are you to talk about my family like that?"
This is what happens when you go to forums.
You can't say nothing when you're going into a forum.
Yeah.
But the fact that no. You can't be, as a parent, you and the child there shouting at the other parent.
Yeah, they got problems. Like the
That's
desk
wild.
is nothing really. Like for
There's something else going on.
Yeah, there's stuff going on in
underlying-
their house.
Yeah.
Because dad probably did what my dad does. Just clean the house. Like, fam, not arguments, but the amount of dad. Where's the son? So, what are you talking about? He's not sitting down, he's watching Sky TV, just enjoying himself.
Meanwhile, he knows that he's like, that is in the
It's
bin.
in the bin, fam. And
That
still
is
to this
gone.
day, we don't know
Yeah.
if some of those things was in the bin. It's definitely in the bin. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that guy's got issues.
Thoughts and prayers to that family.
Thoughts and prayers. He said should the girl go to counselling? Whoa.
I'm not a racist, but I'm a realist. Back in the old days, 1066, right, yeah, when the Normans landed, was that called an invasion, yeah?
My life was very hard, because my dad, he left me alone. So I've been growing up alone, I came to Europe when I was young, when I was like 7 years old. But immigration, I think, is good to help people.
When the Vikings landed, military-aged men, they called it an invasion when I was at school.
What made you and your family come to Europe and then the UK?
My family made me to come because to have a better life, so we can work, so we can have the rights in this country. But every people need to work for the food, for the money. Understand?
Yeah. And when the Allies landed on the beaches of Normandy, D-Day, that was the invasion, weren't it? So you tell me the difference.
Is the difference not it's an army versus like the Normans were an army, the Vikings were an army?
They were armies, weren't they? Invading armies.
Surely that's the difference.
Well, what do you call military-aged men?
I'm a military-aged man.
Okay, fine, not a problem.
I have to work hard. I have to, make myself look a certain way. Because, I mean, as you see me right now, a lot of people will see the way that I'm dressed right now and assume certain things about me. A lot of people probably wouldn't know that I'm studying computer science, trying to go into software engineering. They probably assume that I listen to rap music and eat chicken and watermelon.
I bet he does,
you feel
though.
me?
I bet he does, though. I bet he does. I do. Do you?
Bro, relax.
I'm just saying.
It's the way it is.
Yeah, but
Yo, why did you put that one? I mean, I think that was very clear what was going on there.
Do you know what? Like, I watched that.
Man went back to D-Day, bruv.
See earlier when I was talking about mental gymnastics?
Vikings.
That's an example of mental gymnastics.
Vikings. Normandy.
Like,
So when the football hooligans, sorry, my bad.
no, go.
When the football fans go to another country to watch their team play, and then they lose, and then they bad up, is that an invasion?
It's banter, bruv. That's banter. Do you know what I mean?
No, man, we're just having a jolly, mate.
Just the lads.
We're just watching the footy.
Yeah. Bruv,
Wow.
You know what?
2024. When was that? 2024.
Yeah. You know what's interesting with that?
Military aged.
That, as I said before, the mental gymnastics that people will go through to justify how they feel about something, when in all actuality, all you have to say is, I don't want these foreigners in my country. But then you've decided to compare this. Man took it to 1066, bruv, yeah? 1066. And talked about Normans and invasions. And then even when the guy was like, well, the difference is like they're not armies. And then again, you saw the mental gymnastics of like, no, but we're talking about military age men. It's like, are you even all right?
Bruv, they're talking like, say, there was this sit-down meeting that majority of immigrants sat down with to say, look, the plan is we're going to take over their nation. Like, it's like, have we not seen poverty? Have we not seen famine? Have we not seen refugees wanting to just get away from something that they used the notion of going to another country where the people have rights, the people have things, the people have support?
I think a lot of racists are actually racked with guilt. And there's a fear there as well.
Of what?
Of what historically this country has been responsible for. And I think most sane people are like, at some point, we have to pay for what we did. And so you're constantly on high alert.
That's a reach, bro. I'm sorry. I don't think they're thinking, hello?
Nah.
What?
I think there's that, and there's also British exceptionalism, where it's like, you know, we're the Brits, we're the best, everybody wants us, we got the NHS, and all of that, and it's just like, my guy, is really not even that deep. Like, it's really just not that deep.
That's really what I heard the most in that comment, is that I was like, bro, it's not that deep. You heard, okay, they picked two other people, but, you know, the two people were saying, yeah, we're just here for a better life, for a better set of circumstances. Yeah. And that's what most people would do. Isn't that what many nations have done for the sake of a better, even if it's a better pasture? Oh, the ice came and destroyed our agricultural area here, so we moved.
Yeah. But then
anyway,
you don't even need to take it that far back, because then you can be like, you can go to South Africa and ask the Dutch, was it the Dutch that went there first? Well, whoever went there first, you can ask them, why did you come here? What was you in search for when you came here? You know, it's like people move to make a better life for themselves. But for some reason, when black and brown people do it, it's problematic. But again, if you go to the Costa del Sol, and you can go to areas where it's like just mad English expat communities.
Bro, just in all countries. It's the fact that I think we've even said it before, it's the fact that their name changes to expat. Yeah. Because you could never want to leave the UK. You must have wanted to expatriate yourself. You wanted to do it for some other kind of reasons, because, being a part of the nation is the better thing. And it's like, no, some people just want to go. Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, I just thought, like, every now and again, sometimes it's good to round off the pod with some good old racism. just got to remind people.
You know what I feel sad for about that scenario is that brothers' words ain't changing a thing. Those two young men were in this country. They're working. They've got NIs. They're doing what they need to do.
Eating their chicken, eating their watermelon,
whatever.
And they're blessed.
And go to school and watching this computer science, whatever it is, bro. Like, fam, man, these brothers, it's like, come on. Yeah. Come on. It's long.
Yeah. No, it's just a reminder that they're out there. They're still hateful.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still, you know, they're at war. In their minds, they're at war.
Wow.
They are like...
Man did bring up Normandy.
Yeah, bro.
D-Day.
Like, we're talking about immigration and you're talking about the invasion of the Normans. Like, come on. There must be more going on in your life that you're... Like, really?
It was when he started kind of saying it back to him, and the man was like,
No.
like, yeah, see?
The opening line was the best line because he thought he was so smart. I'm not a racist, I'm a realist. And then he looks to the camera like, have that. Like, have some of that.
Racist, I'm a realist.
And so even that, when you think about it, that's even more scarier. That
Because he's acknowledged that there's race in this conversation.
But for what's scary for me is that this whole scenario that you've concocted, this is you being a realist. That's real to you.
Immigration is a real thing. Like, people can do it. People can naturalize.
Immigration's a real thing, but are you being attacked?
I stood there and watched my friends naturalize to become British.
Mad.
Bruv, do you know what the thing about watching that have you ever been to a naturalization?
No, but I know
process?
a lot of the questions that they have to.
Bro,
like
they know more than me. And I was born here.
A New Zealander the other day, she was going through the book and asking everybody questions.
Bro,
none of us could answer nothing.
And let me tell you the biggest thing that I think was so impressive was the woman who was doing, like, she would call all the names and then give everyone their not their, you know, their you got your status or whatever. Fam, the way she was saying everyone's names, like, I couldn't even. The names, like, from Eritrea, from Ethiopia, from Sudan. Why am I saying all the East African? From every place, like the
other countries are available.
The deepest names, she said them eloquently, bro. True and utter respect. And if they would, and then all these people were so happy and so proud. They'll take a picture with the flag. They'll take a picture with the flag.
But this is the thing, is like what this country, and I'm making assumptions here, but what this country represents to them in terms of their journey of life. It's a beautiful thing, because if you've come from somewhere to have a better life and you've made your life here, and I'm assuming that you're still here because it's better than where you were, it's a beautiful thing.
And you contribute and you support. And I mean, like, you talk about the NHS. The NHS is full of people who are immigrants.
Even that one, I never really understand it when they talk about immigrants and this and that. I was like, but can you not see? Like, the NHS is a shining example of how immigrants are propping up this country. But for some reason,
yeah, like Normandy, man. We can go back to the Windrush.
We should just call it Norman.
Norman. We can go back to the Windrush and the notion of all of those, Caribbean people who came here because they said, your country needs you. Come here and help us rebuild.
Yeah.
You are, you're coming to your land.
The mother country. The mother country.
The lies that these people must have felt when they landed, bro. They must have said, hey, wait, man, it's a bit cold. Like,
have you ever spoke to your mum or your dad about what it was like when they first came?
Oh, of course. Come on. I remember one time, see, it's which ones you want to expose, which stories. Yeah.
I remember.
I'm trying to think now of clean ones.
Yeah. Like, I've got a story of me, a cigarette being flicked onto me.
Jesus.
Yeah. We was in a mall somewhere.
And understand, this is like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Less.
It's not even. It's
more.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 38, 30. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not a long time ago.
My mum spoke about the time where she was working with these people. They were all, and I say these people meaning the people, not a particular tone. It's probably a mixture of colours.
These people.
Yeah, these people. Yeah, mixture of people, mixture of individuals. And as they were walking, they're talking and everything. They've worked the day. As soon as another person, who was a white man or a white woman, saw that they were with them, they crossed the road and let my mum walk by herself.
Yeah.
They couldn't be seen to be talking with her.
You know what the sad thing is?
That was in the 70s, bro.
Like, literally just before Christmas, a guy came home and there's a kid, Albanian kid that lives around the corner, and he's walking down the street and he's like, couldn't see you because it's so dark.
Yeah, bro. I've heard them once. I think you said that to me, Kwame Chan. I'm joking.
No, and it's just like, imagine that we can sit here, stories of our parents enduring racism. We have our own stories of enduring racism.
And then now your children.
And now my children have their stories of enduring racism. And so then you ask yourself, you know, what does is it even feasible?
That what?
That we can live in a society where racism isn't even. The thing is, even saying the words, it sounds so wanky. Like, can we live in a society where racism doesn't exist? It's like, well, no, we can't.
I think the notion of just humankind is we are tribal.
Yeah.
And we will find a way to divide ourselves. If it was we're the Nike wearing crew, we will do that. We're the Reebok wearing crew. We will do that. Our hair straight. It's just the nature of how we handle things.
So we just got to live with it.
I don't know whether we just got to live with it, but what
I think we do.
But what I would say is that's the problem with the race in that regard, meaning the human race in that regard, is that yes, we are more focused on our differences than we are the things that bind us to put us together. And I think the longer I don't know how you remove that notion of levels and it's society. Society, due to what capitalism is, can only function with this system.
Yeah.
There has to be the downtrodden, there has to be the workers, there has to be the elites, there has to be the people in the middle. Capitalism can only function with this construct.
Yeah.
And all of these things are constructed because the notion that we as a race, a human race, can procreate, it means we're the same thing. And that's what's scary, is that no matter what, we will still find a way to divide ourselves. We're doing it. We say we're Ghanaian, we're Nigerian, we're Africans, we're Europeans.
But it's not necessarily the issue of you being a Ghanaian, someone else being a Nigerian.
But then even between a Ghana and a Shanti.
But even that, it's the thing of just being able to coexist. That's all it is.
So was the dad coexisting? Or was he being a dictator? Yeah,
There
bro. Come on.
There we go.
That's a good question, Russell.
Was the dad coexisting?
Or was he being a dictator?
He was doing both.
Explain.
So when he got the desk, when the desk wasn't being used, and when the desk went back into his office and then got used as a junk desk, he was coexisting. And then when he decided that he had had enough, he became a dictator. Okay. And I think that goes back to even the first video when we talk about communication. And it's like, yeah, to be fair, at the point when he was frustrated that the desk wasn't being used, that was, and we don't know these people. We're not in their house. We don't know what happens. All we're going by is a Facebook post. But when the desk isn't being used, you communicate that. Hey, you talked me into buying you this desk, and you're not using it. What's going on? You have that conversation. Then you have the conversation of my man cave is a mess because the desk that you talked me into getting.
He also made that mess though in his man cave, no? That's what I'm guessing.
He's definitely come round to our way of thinking though. Overall.
I don't think he's come round to anything.
I don't think I'm saying anything that I never said before.
Okay, watch it back.
Would you say watch it back?
What am I saying that I never said before?
You're literally like a whole entirely more reasonable to the faction that the dad has done something wrong, which he wasn't before.
Accountability.
No, so all I was saying before is I was trying to get you guys to have some empathy for the dad's situation, because it was like there was a lack of empathy for his situation.
No, I have empathy for him, but then, bruv, know who you're dealing with. That's always that's one. So George's dad, George the poet, his dad said that to him, and that stayed in my head forever.
Know who you're dealing with.
Know who you're dealing with, bro. That's the biggest life lesson.
Wife and kid.
Nah, bro, relax.
No, they're people. Like, you've got to know who they are, their personalities.
Yeah, I mean,
Russ,
life.
I will be remiss at not acknowledging two things.
Go on.
There was a theme. in this first thing.
Go on.
Communication, the notion of
Yeah.
communication. Yeah, I didn't expect that to come up. Are you all right, mate? Is that going on? What is leading?
Why is there something going on? Why can't I just present some videos?
So tied to this thing because I know what you're
Bruv,
feeling.
you're the one that brought this back up.
Excuse me, bro. The whole thing had a theme. I just said.
No,
I'm not
but
bringing nothing up.
you brought the dad thing back up. I didn't even bring it up.
Is this shame? No.
Oh, fuck. On that note, motherfuckers try it with me, little bitches, and nah, don't try that
seriously.
shit.
Okay,
try
on
that
level
shit.
though, is something up? Are you feeling something? There's something need to be discussed.
So hang on.
We can discuss it off the pod.
So what we're saying now is that whatever video I bring,
that's
what we're saying.
Russell, I'm not
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying.
Bruv, you've just added it. Also,
No, you added the spice.
This particular conversation,
you added
not
the spice.
every conversation.
Yeah, but the point that I'm
This
making.
particular
So the point that
conversation.
I'm making is that when I bring videos, it must be that I
Bruv,
bring.
you are now sending it somewhere else.
Nah.
You're having an argument.
Nah.
You're sending it. I'm talking only on this pod. I've never ever said it to you on any other pod.
I'm fine.
With your arms folded.
No. You know your husband. Where are we at? Do we need to turn everything off and have a conversation?
I don't know why he was so defensive. I have no idea.
Russell, come on, bruv. That's me caring for you, bro.
I don't.
Just asking a nice question.
Look, if it's not, I apologize.
Yeah, do you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
It's cool.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to use me for bants. It's cool.
Oh my
It's
God.
cool.
I'm definitely not using you.
No,
for
it's
that.
cool. It's cool. I'll be that guy.
Sometimes
I'll be that guy. It's cool.
Yeah, something's up, bro. Yeah. We gotta turn everything off. In the comments, tell me, is something up? Yeah, we've known each other for a little while now.
I'm fine.
Season 2.
I'm fine.
Russell says, nah, you better listen to the man and his emotions. Empathy.
I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
I'm glad.
Thank you very much to our dedicated.
Even the thank you was so timid.
This is what I'm saying.
Thank
There's nothing that I can do right now. Do you know what, Mike? You close out the pod.
No, bro.
No, you close out the pod.
I can't. You're
no,
the best.
you close
You're
out
the
the pod.
best at
Bruv,
it.
close out the pod.
You're the best. Please continue to do your job. You're amazing. I'm wrong. I apologize.
Bye.
Oh, was that the close?
Yo! Okay. Thank you for watching the Chophouse. I'm Michael Mikey J. Asante. This is Russell Niadate Evans. I don't know what's going on here. Please forgive this. I don't even know how to say this. Yo! Russ is fine. It's my fault. Yeah. I shouldn't have said anything.
You know what? Nah, it's cool.
Are you gonna do it?
Because I messed it up.
He's just trying to draw me back in.
I'm not trying to draw you back in.
It's like
Obviously, I don't have to do it.
Russ is fine. It's my fault.
So
Now
it
you're trying to
shouldn't be
make
my
me
fault.
feel bad.
Oh my day. Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.